So, in today's video, I'm going to talk to you about something that I learned: courage or compromise. Courage or compromise, because it takes courage to not compromise. Yep, it takes courage to not compromise. All right, you're probably like, where you going with that? What does that mean? Man, this weekend, I was busy. There was a lot going on in my life. There was so much, there were other things that was being asked of me. And I'm like, okay, I could compromise and do this. Typically, I would compromise my goals, my plans. Okay, let me do this. Let me do a little bit of that. I said to myself in 2026, I'm going to have the courage to not compromise. Certain things, if it's beneficial, if it's something that I could see, I'll do it. But there's other things I'm going to learn to say no to. Like, not to be mean, but it's just, no, I'm not going to compromise myself and run an errand here, do this and that and the other, and sell myself short. Man, guys, it takes courage to not compromise. Are you getting that? Because saying, okay, yes to so many things, you end up compromising yourself, your health, your well-being, your sleep, your mentation, your mentality. I I can't even tell you how many times I've done that. Compromise me just to make something else happen. I was like, no, I'm going to have the courage to say no. Nope, I can't do this. Wait a minute, you can't, couldn't you try? And I was like, no. I ain't gonna lie to you. At first, I felt a little guilty, like, maybe I should. The mindset, oh, maybe I should do this. Well, I guess I could. Then I said, nope, I'm gonna practice having the courage not to compromise. Because the compromising that I do, I end up compromising me. Compromising the things that I want to do for myself. Because I'll tell myself, okay, I want to journal a little. And y'all know how I love my journaling. But then sometimes I'll compromise so I could do other things that I'm like, no. This year, 2026, courage to not compromise myself. That's been a big takeaway. And it played full out this weekend. It played full out. There were so many things that I could have done and should have, and there was ride that I was supposed to give and different things. I said, nope, I cannot say yes to all these things. I'll be honest with you. There was an event where I ended up just resting, and I felt like, oh, maybe I could get up and go do this. And I was like, no, I need that rest. I'm mentally telling myself, nope, I need the rest. Girl, stay in bed. Girl, relax. Girl, chill out. Like, I don't know if anyone can relate, but sometimes I don't always know how to do that because I'm so used to going and doing things, and I enjoy it. But it's like, nope, I'm going to take that time. So I don't know for you, if you have the courage to not compromise yourself, but I want to invite you, take that on, man. Courage to not compromise. That is the space that I'm in right now. I want to do things, and I will do things, and I'll do what I'm capable of doing, what will not put too much strain on me, too much stress on me, and not compromise myself, nor feel guilty about it. Because sometimes the guilt leads me to taking action, like, okay, I might as well. Because mentally, I'm like, I can't shut it off. I feel bad or guilty. I don't know if anybody can relate to this, but I know there's somebody out there that probably need to have the courage to not compromise. Not compromise yourself, not compromise your psyche, your mentation, your well-being. There is such thing as compromising your well-being. And I'm telling you, I push it to the limit. Sometimes I push, maybe a little bit, but my body was like, stop. And I said, yeah, I'm gonna stop. And the calls came, the texts came, and I was like, yeah, unfortunately, no, that's not. Courage to not compromise myself. And I don't know about you, but the guilt came, but I didn't give into it. I was like, nope, I'm not going to feel guilty. I'm going to feel empowered. And after a while, it felt empowering. That's what I'm talking to you about it, because I'm empowered by the actions that I took and the steps that I took. Because other things will come up. But at that time, I needed to have the courage to not compromise me. 2026, I don't know how it's going for you. I don't know what you're telling yourself about the things that you need to do, but I'm telling myself, Berta, don't compromise you. 2025, I think I compromised a lot of me so I could get things done and this and that and the other, which is fine. I'm grateful for the things that I've done, but that doesn't always work because then I end up burning myself out. And I'm like, I'm not doing that. I am not doing that anymore. I don't know. Maybe it's just a me thing. Maybe I don't know who can relate to this, but drop a line. Let me know. Courage not to not compromise. Courage, just put a word there so that way I'll know that, there's other people that's probably dealing with that. Because I'm like, is it just me? I keep compromising and then I'll push things and say, okay, I'll do it tomorrow. I'll do it the next day and stuff. And I'm getting productive. Don't get me wrong. I'm getting things done. But there's other things that's important to me that I'm like, oh, I didn't do that. It may not be the big goal thing, because the goals, I could be goal oriented, but the little things, the little me time, like, why is that not important? The little, self time, like just to sit and meditate, just to sit and be, because that gets pushed down and other things. I'm like, no, courage not to compromise me. I hope you have the courage to not compromise yourself. Because, man, one thing I know for sure, in my many years of living, life will throw things at you. Obstacles will come. Requests will show up. Calls will happen. Texts will show up. Needs will come up. Especially if you're the person that people are used to. Oh, she's going to give it. She's going to do this. Or she's, your time is you're gracious with it. Now, I'm not telling you to be stingy, but I'm telling you to, keep an eye on your health and wellness, the things that's important to you, the things that you say you want to do. Because you could be meeting goals at work like I have been. You could be doing different things, goals and plans, and you check off, because that's why I'm able to do this elevation journey and be on that journey of elevation. But the little things that you really feel like, oh, that'd be nice. The little nice things you want to do to yourself. It's interesting because I always say be good to yourself and be good to others. And I realized it was an eye-opener for me. I'm like, am I being good to myself? Am I really being good to myself in those little things? So I was like, it was my aha moment. And I said, no, I'm going to be good to myself and be able to say, yeah, this is not going to work. I'm not able to do that. Let's revisit this and give myself that little time that I might need to do, a little journaling or this extra, time to be. And I was like, at first it felt a little selfish, but then I was like, it ain't selfish. It's just showing up for me. So that's what I'm doing. That's what I'm taking on. And I invite you, I don't know where you are at in your journey of elevation. I don't know if this is something that you can relate to. I don't know if this is even making sense to you. If you're one that compromise a lot, if you're one that, will bend over backwards to meet the need, I want to invite you to think about, the things that you're saying to yourself. Because you know how the saying is, we teach others how to treat us, we are internally teaching ourselves that, does our words matter? Not even if it's not to others, but the things that we're saying to ourselves, does it really matter if we're not going to hold on to it? The big goals could be met, but it's the little things sometimes. And I'm not speaking even about the big goals, because the big goals, it's out there. I'll speak it and I'm in meetings and I'm, different things, and it'll get done. But the little things, the little being good to yourself, you know. If you tell yourself, you know what, I'm going to sleep at this time, stop pushing it down. Oh, maybe I'll do this first. Maybe no. Give yourself that break. You say it, do it. That's what I'm learning, and that's what I'm stepping into. I don't know if this resonates with you, but I hope this finds you well. I hope you start to really think about it and really learn to be good to yourself for real as you're being good to others. I hope this finds you well. Talk to you next time, my friends. Bye-bye.